Hey y'all, welcome to my channel, or welcome back if you're returning. Today I am going to be doing 3 high-end birdhouse inspired farmhouse Dollar Tree DIYs as part of a YouTube challenge, and I'll tell you a little bit more about that later. But y'all, we're going to get right into the DIYs today. DIY number 1. So I bought this birdhouse hanger thing at not the Goodwill, I'm sorry, another thrift store. And I'm taking it and I'm going to paint the entire thing, front, back, all of it, with this sheepskin color chalk paint from Folk Art. And I paint everything, y'all. I mean, I get into every nook and cranny that I can. It's a little hard. It's not really hard. It's a little tedious just because there's a lot of elements to this thing. But we just go through and I paint one good coat on everything. On the actual birdhouse there, I believe I do 2 good coats. But everything else, I'm just worrying about, getting that green covered up. Y'all know me and my neutral decor. I love blacks, whites, grays, things like that. We put a little bit of color in this one, but not a whole lot. So we're just going to continue to paint every bit of this. And I do the back also. Now we're going to take some moss colored Waverly chalk paint, and this has some leaves. If you can see those leaves on there, we're going to paint all of the leaves this moss color. And by painting that with the white, in the places that the green didn't get into the creases, it really showed off that white, and that was really cute. Now we're going to take our chalkboard paint from the Dollar Tree, and we're going to do the roof. We're going to do the outside and the inside of the roof. And I got a little messy, so I had to go and go over my birdhouse, which was perfect for me because it really, honestly, it probably needed another coat anyway. So we just go through and we're going to do one more coat on that birdhouse. And that just cleans up those edges from where we used the black on the roof. Y'all, if you see me sticking my tongue out, I'm so sorry. But when I concentrate, I stick my tongue out. So I'm taking these letters, rub-on letters from the Dollar Tree, and we are just going to put home on our birdhouse there. And I do it in kind of a wonky little pattern there, but I didn't want it to be straight across. Now I'm going to take 2 of these emergency candles from the Dollar Tree, and we're just going to take some buffalo check ribbon also from the Dollar Tree, and we're just going to wrap those around just one time. We're just putting it right in the middle, gluing, wrapping, gluing, cutting. Super, super simple. And y'all, this piece was like probably $1.50 that we bought, the actual birdhouse piece. So it's really cute. And for that price, it's hard to find home decor for that price. Just do that to both candles, stick them in there, and this is what it turned out, y'all. Sorry about the picture. This is on a white wall, so it doesn't stand out very well. So, as I told you, I am in a birdhouse-inspired challenge here on YouTube, hosted by Jujubee Crafts and More and Indie Annie Jones. And y'all go visit their channels and link to I have the playlist linked below in my description box. Y'all go visit all these ladies and gentlemen that are on this playlist. This has been really fun. DIY number 2. So we're going to take these paint stir sticks that I got at Lowe's, I believe it was. You can get them anywhere, but I bought mine at Lowe's. Walmart was completely out of them. And I'm using 6 of those and 4 bigger popsicle sticks. Now these paint sticks have a blank side on one side and a ruler side on the other. And we're going to start with, we're going to put the ruler side up. And we're just going to put all 6 together. I'm using my square there so that I can make sure that I keep them the same level. So we're just going to put them all right beside each other. We're going to take a popsicle stick, a jumbo popsicle stick, and we're going to cut 4 of them down to the length that we need to adhere to our paint sticks to get them to stick together. This is the easiest way that I have found to do this, y'all. If you try to use hot glue between them, I mean, that's great, but I can never get it to work. I have hot glue seeping everywhere. So this is the best way that I could find. So this is what I always resort to. So we're just going to take those again and just glue all 4 of them on these. And this holds them all together perfectly. I've had no trouble at all. Now we're going to take our Waverly wax in Antique and we're just going to paint it on. Now after I paint it on, then I go in with my baby wipe and I wipe it back off. And I don't show it in the video, but I do the back and the sides also. I'm not really sure why, I just did. And I make sure I get into those little notches that are in the paint sticks also. Because even when you hang them on your wall or something, they still kind of show. And I didn't want that raw wood to show through on this as bold. So then we just take our baby wipe, we wipe this off, and y'all, look how gorgeous that is. That's paint sticks. That's so crazy, but it's beautiful. Now I'm going to take this Birdcage that I got. I know this is technically a Birdcage and not a Birdhouse, but I figured it'd be all right. That I got from the Goodwill, and I'm taking my Dollar Tree chalkboard paint, and I'm going to paint this entire Birdcage, inside, outside, everything. I'm not going to make y'all watch the entire process because trust me, it was tedious. I would love to spray paint, but y'all, if you've been at my channel long, you know I craft in a hotel and I have nowhere to spray paint. So I have to resort to actual painting, which does make it harder. If you can spray paint, y'all go at it. So I'm going to take one of these little lights that I got from the Dollar Tree at Christmas time. And I unscrewed the bulb to it. Now I'm taking off that edge right there to the light. I'll show y'all why here in just a minute. This was not hard. This is just a hard plastic. And after I cut it a little bit with my little clippers there, it just pulled right off. And then I go around and I just make sure I get any jagged edges off. Then we're going to take the hanger that came with this lamp. And we're going to actually, well, first we put the lights back in and screwed the light bulb back in. Okay, don't get ahead of yourself here. Missy. So then we're going to take that little hanger that came with it and we're going to put it through 2 spokes of the Birdcage here at the top, and we're going to stick it right back on that light bulb. And this is how it's going to hang. Now, I have fat fingers, y'all, so I do have to use something with a little tip on it, like my scissors, to turn my light on and off, but that is not a big deal to me. Here I'm playing around with how exactly I'm going to decorate the inside, and I go through and I clip off some greenery and then I change my mind and do something different. But I take that garland there that I got from the Dollar Tree, and I don't even use like a quarter of it, and I stick it in our Birdcage. I'm just loving greenery right now with spring coming on. Any kind of greenery I'm just in love with. I love the pop of color that it's bringing and bringing a little bit of life. Don't get me wrong, I love Christmas time and to decorate, but I think my other favorite time to decorate is spring because of all the floral and the greenery. So we just stick it all down in there and just kind of playing around with the placement of it, you know, getting the leaves to land where I want them to. Now I'm taking this boxwood from Walmart, cutting it off the picks. I'm pretty sure this is boxwood. Cutting it off the little picks and just sticking it down in there just wherever I think looks good. No rhyme or reason to this, y'all. Y'all know how I am. I'm just a go-with-it kind of gal. I just put it wherever. Now I'm going to use this clover again from the Dollar Tree that I'm absolutely in love with. And I just stick some of that in there. Go back to some more of the boxwood. And, you know, I just fill it up to what I like. This is totally personal preference. You could even put something else down in there if you didn't want the greenery. But like I said, I'm in love with the greenery, and I love the contrast of the greenery with the black Birdcage and the light inside. It is just, I love it. So now we're going to take our little sign we made with paint sticks. I just made a little hook that is actually more for decoration than anything. And I just glue my Birdcage right on there. Y'all, that's what it turned out like. It is so cute. DIY number 3 and our final DIY in this challenge. So I went to the Hobby Lobby and I found this Birdhouse on clearance for like $2.24. And the reason is because it's missing a little piece on the side. No problems. We're going to fix that. we're going to take a tumbling towers block and glue it to the middle there on the side. And then a jumbo popsicle stick, cut it down to size. Then we're going to put some hot glue on the rim of that birdhouse and on the tumbling tower block. And voila, y'all. I mean, it may not be perfect, but I love it. And we're going to cover that up anyway, so it doesn't even really matter. You're never going to be able to tell it, or I can't. So I'm taking some Rust-Oleum chalk paint in linen white. And yeah, look how much I poured on my plate. Oops. So I wasted a lot of paint. So y'all be careful. That's just me. Y'all know how messy of a crafter I am. But we're going to paint the entire birdhouse except the roof in 2 good coats. This is kind of like my Ray Dunn inspired birdhouse. Not exactly, but close. Then we're going to take this buffalo check scrapbook paper that we get from the Hobby Lobby, some Mod Podge and my makeup sponge, and we're going to just adhere that to the one side of the roof. This sticks so well, and I had no bubbles, no creasing, no wrinkles, anything. It was awesome. Cut it down, then we're going to Mod Podge over top of that again, because I'm not exactly sure where I'm going to have this. And anytime I use scrapbook paper, I like to Mod Podge over it just for the fact I don't want it to get ruined. Going to the other side of the roof, doing the exact same thing. Mod Podge, scrapbook paper, Mod Podge again. Pretty simple. And you know, for $2, this is basically just a makeover. And I love it. I think it turned out really cute. Now we're going to take our finger sander and do our little trick. This is the cleanest cut I ever get. The Mod Podge is dry, and now we're just going to go and sand around the edges, get all that excess paper off. Oh, we fixed a little corner on there. Now I'm taking 4 of these little blocks that I got from the Dollar Tree in a pack, and we're going to make some feet. I put 4 on, 1 in each corner, and then I go ahead and paint them with that same linen white chalk paint just to make everything blend in. I just like how it was kind of up a little higher, like a little pedestal. You don't have to do this, you know, personal preference. I just loved the look of it. Now we're going to take these rub-on letters from the Dollar Tree and put tweet. Now, the E's that I had were smaller than the other letters, but you know what? I used them anyway. I think it kind of looks like a Ray Dunn font. It's a little skinnier, tall, you know. So that's why I really liked this. And at first I was like, oh, my E's are different size from the other letters. But I actually love how it turned out. And when my husband came home and I showed him all my projects, he said this was by far his favorite. So we just rub them down. Now we're going to make a simple little shoestring bow out of some buffalo check ribbon, again from the Dollar Tree. We cut some little dovetails in that, and we're just going to glue it right there. I'm sorry you can't see exactly how I'm doing this, but I am going to turn it around in a minute. We're going to glue it right there at the peak in the front, the peak of the roof. And now we've got these little Easter eggs that we got from Dollar Tree in a package. And I'm going to glue 1 on each side of the birdhouse in the front. And again, you guys are going to see that in just a second when I flip it where you can't see it. And then we're just adding greenery. Again, with the greenery, I'm loving the greenery this year. It makes me feel like spring is actually really going to come, which I wondered about this winter. And so I just wanted to put some more greenery on this. And this is what it's looking like. Is that not cute? I'm going to put some greenery down the eaves there and some also on the 2 sides. Again, I get a weird angle, and I guess that's just because, I don't know. Because I don't know what I'm doing, probably. Y'all know how I am. So there's where I'm doing it on the edges there. I had a lot of fun doing this challenge. It really challenged me because I'm not a birdhouse person. So make sure y'all check out the playlist and go visit these other crafters and show your support. This is what it turned out like, y'all. Super cute, super simple, just a little makeover. And these are the rest of our projects. Again, I had so much fun with this, like I said just a second ago, you know, meeting new people and trying new things. So don't forget to check out the playlist. And y'all don't forget to subscribe to my channel. Y'all come back now. You hear?